Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. Clutch and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot are headed up the coast toward the lake country for a weekend of fishing.
First holiday we've had in quite a while, Spinner.
I sure hope the fish are biting, huh, Paddlefoot? Wow, wow.
I have an idea we'll catch some big ones.
Several hundred miles north of Clutch's position, a ship is moving slowly in a dense fog. Suddenly, without warning, a reef looms up before the ship.
We're nearing the Daisyville airport. I'll call in and check our position. Clutch Cargo calling Daisyville. Clutch Cargo calling Daisyville. Come in, please. Over.
This is Daisyville Airport. Daisyville Airport. We read you, Clutch Cargo. Important message for you. Head north to Surplus Town. Ocean freighter piloted by Captain Low Tide. Sinking. Fog-in area very thick. Proceed with caution. Repeat. Proceed with caution. Over and out.
Roger, Daisyville. We're proceeding. Out.
Golly, Clutch. I guess our old friend Captain Lowtide is in real trouble.
Guess our fishing trip will have to wait.
Clutch and company head north, not realizing the fantastic adventure that lies ahead.
There's the fog bank now, Clutch.
Yes, and we've just passed over Farmdale. Only a few more minutes and we'll set her down.
In all this fog? Gee, can we make it?
I think so. We're over the ocean. We'll come in on instruments in a slow flight position.
Carefully, Clutch feels his way, straining his eyes to see through the fog.
Easy does it. Touchdown. We're on the water.
Clutch, look out!
Hold on.
Oh, dang it, Sunday flyer. Watch where you're going.
That was the mast of a ship, Spinner. We'll come about and set her down again.
Here comes that darn mechanical buzzard again.
It looks like Captain Lowtide.
You better return to the scene here. Bouncing barracudas, it's you, Clutch.
Right, Captain Lowtide. Sorry we scared you, but we couldn't see in this fog.
Galloping seahorses, that's all right. Did you come to help?
Got the message on the plane radio. What's the trouble?
Don't know. This is the 5th ship I've lost this month. Like a good captain, I was going down with my ship, but this is as far as I went.
Did you run aground?
No, after 40 years of sailing these very waters, I know this harbor like the back of my hand.
Let's get to shore where we can talk.
Oh, my. All 5 ships that I've lost were loaded with surplus anchors. When the divers went down to salvage them, they had disappeared. Not a trace of them anchors anywhere.
Captain Lowtide, as owner of all the ships you've lost, I've come to relieve you of your command. You're fired. Goodbye.
But, Mr.
He's gone, Captain. Don't take it too hard. We'll get to the bottom of this.
But... By golly, it must have been ghosts or the harpies that sank those ships. Something that looked like a floating shoal.
What are we gonna do, Clutch? We gotta help Captain Lowtide. We just gotta.
You're right, Spinner. We're going to. But how?
How will Clutch and company help Captain Lowtide? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. You remember last time, Clutch and company on a fishing trip received a message from Daisyville Airport. Captain Lowtide, an old friend, was in trouble. 5 of his ships had been sunk in 1 month. Clutch and company were determined to help, but how?
I have an idea. Where can we get a boat, Captain?
I have a launch tied up right behind the store here.
We'll need diver's suits for Spinner and me.
Gee, can I go down too?
You bet. I'll need some help.
We can rent diving equipment right inside.
Oh, boy, a surplus store.
Well, Captain Lowtide, come in. Heard that's the 5th ship you sank.
I didn't sink her. Just like the other 4 ships that went down, I was hit by harpies or ghosts or a floating shoal.
Ain't no such thing. Hey, Skate, come here.
Yeah, what is it, Barracuda? I'm busy.
Your friend Captain Lowtide's here.
No, he ain't no friend of mine, but I'd like to see the guy that can sink 5 ships in 1 month.
You wanted to see him? There he is. Take a good look.
All right. I think you've had enough jokes for one day.
Oh, now hold on, stranger. This is none of your business.
Well, I'm about to make it my business.
This is Captain Barracuda, and this is Skate Laird. Boys, meet Clutch Cargo.
Clutch Cargo? You mean the Clutch Cargo?
Yeah, the guy who wrote that adventure logbook? The same, boys.
Well, what can we do for you, Mr. Cargo?
Whatever you need, just help yourself. We were only kidding you, Captain Lowtide, sir. Clutch and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot have come up here to help me solve the mystery of the sunken ships.
That's right.
We need some diving suits and underwater equipment.
Anything you want, you just help yourself, Mr. Cargo. No charge.
That's sure nice of you, men. Thanks.
Clutch and Company with Captain Lowtide head for the sunken ship with the diving equipment.
There she is, dead ahead.
Put your transistor around your neck so it touches your throat, Spinner, that I can hear you underwater.
I'm ready.
Make sure those hoses are tight, Captain. We've got to have air.
Okay, Clutch. Over the side whenever you're ready.
Meanwhile, at the back window of the surplus store,
What do you see, Skate? Tell me.
They're in the water. Lowtide and the dog are on deck watching the air tank and the hoses.
Look at the fog. Now's our chance. Give me a depth charge.
Clutch, it's getting foggy up here. Everything all right?
The hole's in the side, Captain. Looks like something did hit you. Only half the cargo's here. Wonder what happened to the rest of it.
uh-oh, here comes Barracuda and Skate.
I hear their air pump working. Get ready with the depth charge.
I can just make out their boat beside the ship's mast.
We'll drift in quiet like and let her go.
Quiet, Paddlefoot. I'm listening to Clutch.
Sure getting dark down here, Clutch.
That's because of the fog, Spinner. We'll go up in a minute.
We're over the bow of the wreck now.
Okay, Spinner. Let's go up.
Clutch! A shark!
Okay, Skate. Drop the depth charge.
How can Clutch and Company avoid the shark and the depth charge? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. You remember last time, Clutch and Company met Captain Barracuda and Skate, 2 slippery surplus store owners. They rent diving equipment for helping Captain Lowtide, who thinks ghosts or harpies sank his ships. While they investigate underwater,
That shark's coming right at us.
Okay, Skate. Drop the depth charge.
Clutch! What's that?
Oh, no. A depth charge. Get back, Spinner. Swallowed it. Boy, are we lucky. It's okay, Spinner. He's swimming away.
That was quite a bang.
Yeah, that ought to do it. Let's get out of here.
Clutch, what happened down there?
We'll tell you in a minute, Captain. We're coming up. It's obvious someone was trying to get us.
Most of the cargo was missing too, Captain.
All my stuff disappeared off the other ships before the salvage boat got here.
Somebody's wrecking the ships to get the cargoes.
But who, Clutch?
I don't know yet. But let's head ashore. I've got an idea.
meanwhile at the surplus store,
I guess our little secret is safe now.
Yeah, and we'll go out later and get the rest of the cargo.
Oh, it's them. How do you suppose they got...
They're coming in. How's fishing, Mr. Cargo? Did you find anything interesting?
I need a couple of air tanks. And do you have any rubber life rafts?
Hundreds of them. How many you want?
About 20. And put them in the launch.
Skate'll get 'em for you.
Sounds like you're going into the salvage business.
You'll see, Captain. I have a plan.
Your gear's all loaded in the launch, Mr. Cargo.
They're going to try and raise the sunken ship and float her to shore. You know what that means?
Yeah, they'll get that shipload of anchors.
Right, but we ain't going to let that happen.
That morning fog is lifted.
At least nobody can sneak up on us.
We'll tie the life rafts to the ship and inflate them. That should raise her.
There's the ship just ahead.
We won't tie up this time, Captain. You'll have to stand off. Spinner and I will take the gear over the side.
Back at the surplus store,
Hurry up, Skate. We have to work fast.
And this time, Clutch Cargo and his pals won't be so lucky.
on the ocean floor, Clutch and Spinner have rigged the life rafts.
When I say go, Spinner, pull the fill plug on the first raft. Then go to the next one until they're all inflated.
Okay, Clutch. I'm ready.
Okay. Pull.
Look, she's coming up. Well, I'll be. Clutch is floating her with those rafts.
It's going up. You did it, Clutch.
With your help, Spinner. When we get the ship ashore, we'll be able to get to the bottom of this mystery. Now let's go up and get a tow line on it.
Paddlefoot sees something. It's a big pile of floating rocks. Look!
Rock's nothing. It's that floating shoal, and it's headed right for us. It's gonna smash us.
Will Clutch and Company be smashed by the floating shoal? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. You remember last time, Clutch and Spinner escaped the shark and the depth bomb dropped by Captain Barracuda and Skate. Clutch floated the sunken ship with the help of 20 inflated life rafts. As they headed for shore with the raised ship,
It's that floating shoal. It's gonna smash us.
We're coming about just in time, Clutch. I think it's going to miss us.
But it's going to hit the ship. Hold on. When it does, that cable's going to snap. It's going to be quite a jolt.
Look, my beautiful ship. It's sinking again. Abandon ship, everybody. Women and children first.
Poor Captain Low Tide.
There now, Captain Low Tide. Take it easy. You haven't lost another ship. It's the same one.
Why, I must have been dreaming. I thought we raised her.
We did. But that floating shoal, or whatever it is, hit the ship again.
How can rocks float like that?
That's a good question, Spinner. Come on, let's follow that shoal and see what this is all about. This boat will catch it easily.
We're getting closer. But look! It's sinking!
And right in front of our eyes.
That's the way it did with me. First it was there, then it wasn't.
There's got to be some explanation for it. And we're going to find it.
Wow! Clutch! There's a couple of men standing over there on the breakwater.
By golly, we'll pull over and ask them a few questions. Maybe they know something.
Well, Mr. Cargo, sir, what can we do for you?
Just wondered if you saw anything of a floating shoal coming this way.
No, I didn't. Did you, Barracuda?
No, I didn't. We've been here for quite a while. We was just clam digging.
I saw it disappear not too far from here.
You must be wrong, kid.
Not so wrong. I saw it myself. Anyway, thanks for your trouble.
Not at all. Anything else we can help you with, just ask.
Those floating rocks went down real close to those two. It's strange they didn't notice.
I'm beginning to suspect they know more about all this than they're willing to admit. Come on, Spinner. We'll go down and see how much damage was done.
Do be careful. I wouldn't want anything to happen to either of you on my account.
Another hole in the hull. That was quite an impact.
Smashed all our rubber rafts, too. Now what are we going to do?
We'll wait right here. I've got a hunch we're going to have company soon.
What do you mean, Clutch?
Somebody's going to be back for the rest of that cargo of anchors. Stay there, Spinner, and keep an eye peeled. I'll be right back.
Okay, Clutch, but hurry. It's scary down here.
I have a hunch about those floating shoals, Captain. Spinner and I'll wait down by the wreckage. You and Paddlefoot head toward Surplus Town and make it look as though we were all aboard.
Okay, Clutch, if you say so.
The captain props up extra diving gear to make it look like Clutch and Spinner, and is soon on his way. What's this? A periscope rising out of the rocks and quickly sinking back beneath the waves.
See anything, Spinner?
Not yet, Clutch. Hey, look!
It's a submarine with rocks tied at the top. There's the mystery, the floating shoal.
It's coming right at it. What do we do?
Floating shoals, headed right for Clutch and Spinner. What will happen? Be sure to tune in for the next exciting episode with Clutch Cargo. Clutch Cargo with his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot in another exciting adventure, the Shipwreckers. You remember last time, after Clutch and Company raised the sunken ship, it was hit again by the floating shoals. Determined to solve the mystery, Clutch and Spinner lay in wait below the surface. It wasn't long before...
Look! A submarine!
Pretty clever. So that's where the loot from all these sunken ships goes.
Let's hurry before Cargo and her chit get back.
Yeah. I think they're beginning to suspect us.
Gee, Clutch, no one but us knows what's going on down here. We might be in great danger.
I thought of that. I'm sending up a dye marker, hoping Captain Lowtide spots it and follows us.
Captain Lowtide doesn't, but Paddlefoot does.
What do you see, boy? By golly, that's a signal from Clutch. Sure glad you saw it, young feller. Now, we'll just follow it.
It's backing up. Get ready, Spinner. As it passes us, hang on. Hang on tight, Spinner. I have a feeling we're about to solve this mystery.
We sure fooled them, eh, Barracuda?
Yeah, when they get back, they'll be real surprised to find the rest of the anchors gone.
Clutch, why is it getting so dark?
We're passing under a wharf or something.
We're coming in under the pier. Start surfacing.
Okay, Skate, up we go. Stand by to open the hatch.
We're under a pier.
So we are. Look at all that loot piled up. That's the cargo from all 5 of Captain Lowtide's ships. Unless I miss my guess, we're right underneath the surplus store.
Clutch, you mean those two guys, Captain Barracuda and Skate, are at the bottom of all this?
Shh. We'll know in a moment. Quick, out of sight. The hatch is opening.
All's clear up here, Captain Barracuda. Come on, let's unload the loot.
Hold it right there, you. You've got some explaining to do.
Cargo and the kid are up there. Let's get out of here.
Reverse motors, full speed.
Oh, no, they're getting away.
Quick, Spinner. Put your hands over that periscope.
I can't see a thing.
I'll just hold this rudder hard over so they can't steer.
Full speed ahead. Hey, I can't steer this thing.
We're in pine shape. I can't see, and you can't steer.
Spinner, are we heading for the beach?
4 points to starboard, Clutch, and we're on target.
Who stepped on the brakes?
Here comes Captain Lowtide and Paddlefoot.
Who's that with them, Clutch?
Looks like the sheriff.
I followed you right to the surplus store, and I got the sheriff.
Glad you did. We've got a couple of customers for him. He can take Skate and Captain Barracuda to jail for shipwrecking.
Glad to, and I'm glad the captain was right about the moving shoals. Boys, I don't know how I can ever thank you enough.
Looks like our fishing trip was a success after all.
Yeah, and we caught a couple of big ones, too.
And so ends the story of Clutch, Cargo, and his pals Spinner and Paddlefoot and the Shipwreckers. Be sure to tune in for the next exciting adventure with Clutch, Cargo.